Well, g'day there folks. We're about to head off and have our little Wednesday lunch again, but today we're going to talk about a subject that seems to come up quite often in amongst my private circles about why did I choose to be with a transgender for my life, or why did I choose a ladyboy? Let's talk about that and go and have some lunch. So here we are today at a place called The Gun Café, and Chanya tells me that it translates to let's be good.
Let's be good.
Let's be good. The Gun. Let's be good cafe. Why not? Sort of an appropriate name for the appropriate topic. Let's be good and talk about a subject that people don't want to talk about. This is quite a nice looking cafe too. A nice little water feature again, yes. A bit of music in the background I can hear over there, but we might find a place over here somewhere outside the music. But it looks quite nice, darling. Good choice. Good choice. And she's feeling mai sabai today as well.
It's okay,
Nit noi. Nit no mai sabai, nit noi. She hasn't actually told me really what it is. She says she has a hot body or a body flush. It's just feeling a bit on the just inappropriate. Well, I'm trying to think of the word. Just off colour. Oh, we have chocolate cake. Aroi mai. Okay. Keep going. Where are we going to find somewhere to sit? The Gun Cafe. Well, the music's there, so let's see. We'll go over here, eh? I think just here, darling. What do you think?
It's okay here, but
Good. Okay, sit down. So looking over the menu, it's quite a comprehensive menu. Quite a selection of foods there. The more they got to choose from, the harder it gets to use the translator to work out what I'm going to eat. But we'll work something out. Yes?
What you order? I just order this one, rice ผ็ดมาก
Okay,
you cannot
yeah.
eat.
Okay, no, it's okay.
You cannot eat.
Pet noi.
เผ็ดมากพริกเผา
Okay, I don't want pet ma.
You cannot, you just shoot yourself.
Okay, I said I want this salad one, okay?
Only
Salad one and you told me before this gung.
Gung.
Yep, okay. That'll look like a good idea. Okay. So, as I said, we've got a discussion today. It's about why did I choose to be with a ladyboy? It's a common question I get on the channel here, and one that I tend not to talk about a lot, simply because of the fact that there are these YouTube, community standards, and if you say one word out of context, they'll shut your channel down, if you know what I mean. So you're always sort of treading on eggshells to try to get a discussion about how things really work in the real world. I don't know if that audio, wait, I might put the mic on, just hold on a second. Yeah, the sound of running water can have a negative impact on the way that the channel or the way that the conversation goes. I know some people that are like want to run off and go to the toilet, of course, but it gives a nice, peaceful, soothing feeling. Yes, you like running water. It makes you feel like you want to go swimming. Yeah. But anyway, to start on the outset, right? Why did I choose? Well, I didn't choose her. She chose me. That's the thing, didn't you, darling?
Yes.
Yeah. Why did you choose me?
Why me choose you?
Yeah.
Because first time I see you, law.
Law. That means she thought I looked handsome. I was supporting a close crop beard.
No. Law, only one. But you take care of me.
That was
everything.
after, yeah. But first time you see me, I had have a
law.
short crop beard, black, and my hair was still black.
No. First you make look like Jack Sparrow.
She said, "Yeah, I look like Jack Sparrow." I don't know how that works. I'm pretty sure his nose isn't as big as mine, but I was a farang, had a beard, and then I'm back to my sort of same physique as I was back then. I actually think I was probably about 72 kilos back then. I'm down to 74, 75 now. I went through the whole getting really fat over the last couple of years because I ate too much food. Ricky Gervais has many stories about the fat people thing and the fat people syndrome. I'm not going to go down that path because there's a lot of fat people out there I don't want to offend. And that's really part of my life, is to try not to offend, people that I actually hold dear to my heart. But on the other side, like, you've got to look for something that's in your life that makes you really want to take on life as something challenging, something new, something different. And especially when you get to, like, I think I was, when I met Chanya, I was 48. I'd done the whole family raising thing. I'd done all the nefarious bad boy things. I'd done a lot of stuff in my life. And I was thinking about, the whole transgender issue because a friend of mine in Australia rocked up at one of my special pagan meetups back in 2003, supporting a blonde girl who I instantly recognised as being transgender, and a sort of whole bunch of thoughts come back into my mind of my nefarious days back in my 20s when I did play around a lot and went to some really interesting parties. And I'm going to say they were really interesting. I really can't talk about how interesting because there are community standards we have to deal with here. But let's just say, if you've been to parties where you just drink beer a lot, then I find that boring. If you've been to parties where, girls get their gear off and jump into pools and, skinny dipping and all that stuff, well, you're sort of verging on some of the more exciting sort of parties that I used to go to. But when you can actually sort of see a girl like, her name was Roz, went to this interesting party I was invited to from a gay friend of mine. He says, "Why don't you come along? You're going to meet some interesting people." And I'm going, well, and I was thinking I was 22 or 23 years old at the time. Yeah, this is my really?
Photo for us.
I've got to do the photo thing, yeah. So he sort of said, come along to this party. I'm going to change your world, basically. And I thought he was hitting on me, of course, but I didn't swing that way. Men are men and women are women, and transgender are girls from Alpha Centauri, as far as I'm concerned. I like travelling the stars. So anyway, I went along to this party and met this girl named Roz. She was about 6'2". She was about a size, I think you'd call her size 8. Absolutely gorgeous figure. And even down to a G-string bikini bottom, you would still not think she was a guy. And it's like I'm going, oh my God, my whole world has just changed. Anyhow, we dated a few times and it was like really, really fun. But I was playing around, playing the field in those days, and those sort of days, when you're just growing up and starting to experience adult life, it's, you start to see how some of the not mainstream people deal with life, and it sort of set my course as being, somebody who explores things that are generally considered taboo. And I really have never looked back on that, but I've done a lot of exploration in taboo subjects. I do quite often refer to a little video that's still up on YouTube there, done by National Geographic, where they came and did a full 3 or 4 hour video shoot to one of our pagan gatherings. And look, I'm not going to give you links on here because it's not my video, of course. It's done by National Geographic. We were fringe dwellers in society back then. Right through from up until I still am a fringe dweller, aren't I? When you start to think about it.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling. Okay.
Yes, you just this one.
Mixed berry, huh?
Mixed berry.
Mixed berry.
Lemon
Stir it up.
soda.
Stir it up. Yep.
This one. Mixed berry soda.
All right. Yeah, quite nice.
Just mix first. Do not mix.
It's okay.
Soda abstain.
It's okay, darling. I can
That's
mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. Yes. No, really. Anyway, I'm trying. As for the last video, I had too much blank area, which I thought didn't really run well as well. I want to try to stay on subject and try to keep it within the 20 minutes. But anyway, so we're getting along. So I'm an explorer. A lot of people who think that they travel are explorers, but they're exploring the mundane. I explore people. I explore the different ways of being, and you really don't really understand yourself until you can see every walk of life. That's the way I've always approached life. Anyway, so she picked me from, well, I said because I looked like Jack Sparrow or something like that. But I saw her as a 5'7" Thai girl, absolutely gorgeous, dressed up to the nines, and I'm going, oh, bloody Clark. And then she spoke back, and we could hear the voice. And I'm going, oh yes, so she is transgender. I knew from day one that she was transgender. It didn't worry me, but as I said, when you see a hyper feminine female in front of you who has an interest in you, there's two things are going on here. One, you're being hit on by a bar girl or a bar ladyboy, or secondly, you've got somebody who's genuinely looking for a serious relationship. It's one of those sort of games you're going to have to play, right, in the dating game. And it's one thing you are never ever going to experience by those little apps that you play with, because it's not spontaneous. If you really want to know how, I've done a video before, not to do this video again, if you really want to know how to meet ladyboys, you're going to have to go on a bit of a stretch exercise there and get out of your comfort zone, because there are traps that you're going to fall into, especially if you go to some of the more touristy areas. God, every week I'll see a post from Patia Mail about some sort of transgender robbery or nefarious activity going on. But again, so the mainstream media, they look at this issue and what sells papers. They don't really give a damn. They're not having a relationship with a transgender, are they? They're just trying to sell newspapers. And of course, in so doing, portraying the article in any particular way, they're going to hit you with things that create an emotive response. And generally, sort of the whole idea of a man changing to a woman floats people's boats the wrong way, because it's not natural. Yeah, it's not natural, and I'm quite agree it's not natural. But you've all seen Chanya for the last 7 years in this channel, and the comments I get, apart from the trolls, the comments I get, where do I meet somebody like Chanya? Well, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to come to a place like Thailand where transgender, or what we call Saosong,
Transgender
Saosong, where they are accepted in today's modern society. We're not talking about America, and I've seen some of the transgender, stuff that comes out of America, and I'm going, God.
What do you say? Transgender?
Well, put eyelashes on, a bit of makeup on, and they think they're a girl, and I'm going, really? No. There's a lot more to the whole regime of that transitional process. Now, I did this before with Chanya before, and I'll actually ask the question again. I'll use the translation app, because I think it does the right thing. So, darling, when did you decide you were going to transition to female?
ขอโทษนะที่รักคุณตัดสินใจว่าจะเปลี่ยนเป็นผู้หญิงเมื่อไหร่
In Thai.
For me?
Stop again, right?
No. Yes, I know, but I think first.
Yeah,
think story myself first because very long.
It's okay. You can do long story. It's okay.
You can just wait and bring some food first.
Bring some food. Yes, this one here is a salad.
Salad andข้าวผัดกรอบ
Look at that. Juicy salad.
Look yummy. Okay.
No crab. Wait, okay, right. Let's see if we can do
Just
this
wait
again.
first. Photo.
I can't win, can I?
But
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, I think that too much background noise is not working here for the Thai.
it's okay, can talk.
It's all right. We're just talking English, but yeah.
Okay.
So you start. You give me some food first. But so you told me before we did this at home, and it was no background noise.
Okay,
and
you can talk speak English with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was going to use the example.
Okay. When I can stay, I can stay for you. Okay.
But yeah. So
when I change myself, first I operation base 18. How old for me? 18. 18 first, number one. And wait for 7 years. I operation 25. Okay?
23.
Oh, 23. Oh, 23, 25, 26. I think operation new base. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. I upgraded when she was 26. Again, it's one of those things you can do. You know, you can dollify your transgender partner quite well with a little bit of cosmetic surgery, and that is a fetish, and it's a well-known fetish. It's called dollification. I'm exploring, you know. I want the best for her, and I want the best for me. I want to wake up every morning and see her pretty face, and you know, feel the perfect woman. You know, in so saying that, it's one of those sort of things. She transitioned very young. We've done these stories, or we've talked about it at length, but we'll do this probably with the app at some stage, so we can not have background music, so not background noise, playing up and sort of upsetting the whole audio system. Again, I'm talking here and the microphone's here, so that's to try to reduce the background noise, of course. Hopefully it'll come through okay. But yeah, so she transitioned, or didn't transition, she started growing up as the second child in the family. So her older brother was the male in the family, and she spent her time, you know, hanging on to her mother's feet when she was 2 or 3 years old, and liked to play in the kitchen and play with dolls and odd things like that. And basically she grew up as a female, and really didn't have to deal with, you know, what other people think. And that's a key element, you know, it's what other people think is where most of people have the biggest negativity with this whole transgender issue. Well, I'm going to say this right out. What do other people think? Well, they don't. They don't think about you. They think about how you make an impression on them, or how your activities can reflect on them. That's all they think about. They don't think about your health, your mental well-being, your, what you expect out of life. They really don't give a flip, you know, or give a frack, as we say in Battlestar Galactica. They just simply don't. It's just one of those things that we have to get used to. Anyway, I'm going to stop here so I can eat food, and we'll pick it up there and talk about her transition and why did I choose her. Honestly, this is take 3. Twice in a row I've done this without the microphone being on. Now it feels really staged. So getting back to the subject at hand, right, why did I choose Chanya to be my partner? Well, it's quite simple, guys. She is stunningly beautiful. She has a mind that thinks, well, a lot like a guy in some respects, and much like a girl in other respects. She has the mind and the body of a female, you know, on an outward side, but she's also, what can I say? She's my girl. Yeah. She's my girl. You know, not only that, she loves me and I love her, and there's nothing more you can say about that. But really, sort of, you know, when we talk about the whole process of finding these people here, you know, Chanya has had challenges in her life. Growing up, she had to leave home when she was young because her father didn't like the fact that she was going through this transition. She started taking hormones at about the age of 12, so she's never experienced puberty. As you can see, she doesn't have the Adam's apple here. Just turn sideways. And so there's no Adam's apple here because that's a puberty thing.
And look like the body lady.
Yeah, she has the skin is very soft, like a female. Just to the touch, you know. You can't touch her. She's my girl. Okay, she's my girl. No touching. But just cut a long story short, you know, she had her challenges growing up. They couldn't afford hormones, but so she was sort of basically had to spend a few years in the temple as a temple maiden. The temple maiden name is what they call a temple maiden? The girls that wear the white? Sipan. And
white dress.
Yeah, the white dress, Sipan. And she looked after the monks in the temple, did all the cooking and things like that, as a female would do. she started doing her she started doing her cabaret at the age of 16,
Cabaret.
and then she was able to afford her breast augmentation at 17. She was able to afford her own gender reassignment at 23, and that's all from cabaret dancing. A lot of the guys that are going to come over here, the first transgenders you're more than likely going to meet are going to be the sort of the girls that hang around in Pattaya and other places like that. They're not a true representation of the major or the most of the transgender community. Most of the transgender girls out there are quite happy to do sales representative jobs in supermarkets and the malls and the wet markets and places like that. We've got one that does that little jewellery stand in at Salon Long Song. You go every time you go to Salon Long Song, you always go to get the earrings. Yeah, and she's a lovely girl. Yeah, she sells songs as well. You've probably seen her in the videos. I know I mentioned before, but she sells songs, and these are where you're going to meet the real genuine transgender females who have accepted their life, the fact that they realise the fact that they feel their inner beauty, because the fact that you can't do that as a guy. As a guy, you are instantly sort of indoctrinated into this male archetype, from your father and from your peers. The fact that boys must play with trucks and boys must dress with trousers and shirt and tie, and you are indoctrinated into this foundation of male dominance. I was indoctrinated into sort of some weird occult stuff when I was young, realising the fact that there's more to the Bible than the 4 New Testaments. There's a whole plethora of things like what do you call it? I'm just trying to think of the actual name. There are other documents out there apart from what was approved by the Council of Nicaea, right? And there are other things out there as well, to do with other religions. But they all have this basic premise: the fact that man is man and woman is woman. And if you're going to propagate the species, yes, that is a foundational part of life. But if you've done that and you get to mid-40s and you've bought the motorcycle, you've done this, you've done that, and you've done everything else the guy is supposed to do in his life, life can get pretty boring until you start to explore the other side. I've been exploring the other side since I was 20, so I've had a lot of experience there. I've had a lot of experience in computer engineering. There's 2 subjects I'm very familiar with and very well indoctrinated into, and you're quite happy to call me, talk to me privately on my Discord channel anytime you want. Let's keep it off YouTube, keep it off Facebook, keep it off Twitter, because they're sort of systems of propagation that, unless of course you adhere to the narrative, then of course you're always ostracised. But I do meet a lot of guys who want to meet genuine ladyboys out here, and what can I say? I'm only too happy to help you discover the other side of life. And if you really want to do the other side and explore the other side of life, it'll be up to me to ascertain whether you're looking for just another playful chicken, or whether you actually want to, make a mind connection, make a heart connection, make a physical connection with somebody who has also realised the fact that the indoctrination of the mainstream is really something that you don't have to participate in. As we say, never try, never know.
Never try, never
Never
know.
try, never know. But here's the other secret, guys. If you do choose to be with a transgender, there's less competition. I'll leave you with that thought. Anyway, let's wrap up. Let's get a check bin and get out of here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so it looks like we've got to pay at the counter on this one. They don't do the bill. She wants to go and do some photos first, so we're going to do the whole TikTok thing. Give us a minute. Okay, where are we going to? I think we're going to go inside here. Check bin cup, okay.
Free for you.
Free for you?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take home?
Thai say name ช้อนเงินช้อนทอง
Chon Nun Chon Tong.
สปูนโกรอะไร You it's okay, I think.
Okay,
But
you can take.
choose one. You have to choose.
No, you can choose. I
Choose
take home for mum.
for mom, right?
Yeah, she does the gardening, so it's okay. Anyway, so that comes to 617 baht, which again was a good meal. Nothing like that. Yeah, I love your garden. So
Very nice
So
garden.
yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, we're out of here. And we're going to do our normal weekly stuff, which gets a bit boring sometimes, but that's why we've got to go out and have lunch first so that we can actually have the fun part of the day before you get down to the routine. Anyway, yeah,
Vegan Cafe.
vegan cafe. Vegan?
Vegan.
Yeah, it's a D and B. Yeah, so they translate weird things sometimes. But anyway, we're out of here. Peace out, guys. If you like that video, you know what to do. If you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. If you really want to talk about transgender and Song and Ladyboys and all that sort of stuff, then you know what to do. Let's keep it up to social platforms because the social platforms really don't do the right thing about people wanting to talk about fringe elements of society. Anyway, we're out of here.
Yep.
Click. Bye for now, darling.
Bye bye. Like and share and subscribe.
If you can hear that from that distance, you're doing well. Okay, we're out of here. Bye now.
I want you to lift me up so